Hello and welcome to a very special week here on the Jet Set. Coming up this week, we're taking you out to explore one of the most special places in the world, tucked away in the Pacific Northwest.
The San Juan Islands are located north of Seattle and are a true natural treasure. On our trip, we met with locals of the island to learn about how to practice stewardship of the islands while enjoying the amazing destination.
So buckle up because this episode of the Jet Set is about to take off.
Welcome aboard. Are you ready to go? Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to travel, food, fitness, and everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. It's time to jet set.
Okay, it's time to get things started because today we're truly jet setting, and for the next 30 minutes, we're taking you all around the San Juan Islands in the Pacific Northwest. The islands are a part of Washington State, but they're actually located in between the state of Washington and Canada.
That's right, Bobby. To begin our trip, we flew into Seattle-Tacoma International Airport and arrived at the new arrivals terminal.
It's very beautiful.
Bigger, brighter, bolder. With more room, more views, and more Pacific Northwest feels, the North Satellite Modernization Project elevates your travel experience with comforts you're craving. You can stretch out and explore the larger and brighter space. Surrounded by warm wood and sunlight, the new North Satellite celebrates the natural wonder that is the Pacific Northwest. The iconic building is designed to evoke the movement of a meandering river. With twice the space, there's more room to roam, including 10 more remodeled gates and a new airport destination, the Marketplace at N, the stage for live performances and open seating with airfield views.
After leaving the airport, we discovered that getting to the islands is half the fun of visiting. The San Juan Islands are in fact real islands with no bridges connecting them to the rest of Washington State. Visitors and residents alike use the largest ferry system in the U.S. to get around, and for us, that meant boarding the Yakima in Anacortes to make our way over to Orcas Island.
Once on board, you're able to get out of the car and go to a more comfortable area to enjoy the ride. There's plenty of seating for everyone, or you can stand outside on one of the decks to take in the truly amazing views.
One of the main reasons for this trip was to discover how we can travel responsibly and ensure everyone will have a chance to visit and see the islands in person. We first ferried over to Orcas Island. That's where we met the chairman of the Samish Indian Nation, Tom Wooten. The tribes were the first stewards of the islands, so we thought talking to Tom would be the perfect start to our trip.
Chairman Wooten, we're here on Orcas Island. It is such a magical, beautiful place. Tell us a little bit about the indigenous history here and what it means to the tribes.
Well, if I could, I'd like to use a little bit of our traditional language. So I would like to welcome you all here. CCM, Haishka Tiaskap Uaskatlam Huanang. So the small prayer. This is a magical place. Our people have been here from time immemorial. And we still have citizens that live throughout the San Juan Islands, myself included. And it's just a magical place. We're here at the park, and I mean, it's just pristine. So I really encourage folks that do come here to appreciate what this is and to pay it forward. I mean, don't take it for granted. This is here for a reason, and we want people to enjoy it. It's because it is such a beautiful place. But when you do come here, treat it like it's your own, you know, and it'll be here for your kids and their kids. We talk about 7 generations when we think about our history and where we come from. 7 generations forward and back. So let's keep it this way for the next 6 generations.
The natural beauty of Orcas Island is incredible, and a hike through the Moran State Park is breathtaking. Experiencing this firsthand put Chairman Wooten's words into perspective. This is a place we truly should protect for the next 7 generations. Spending the afternoon hiking up to Mount Constitution is an experience I won't soon forget. The panoramic views from the top are spectacular and made me want to learn more about the island's parks and their history. So after taking in the view, I made my way back to the Rosarios Resort and Spa to meet with Christopher Peacock, the resort's general manager, and park ranger Chris Giudotti to learn more about the history of the island's park system. Christopher and Chris, we are here at the beautiful Rosario Resort on Orcas Island. This place is amazing. Christopher, tell me a little bit about Robert Moran and his vision for this place.
Well, Robert Moran was a shipbuilder out of Seattle at the turn of the century and was given 6 months to 2 years to live due to heart disease. And so he retired to Orcas Island and ended up living another 38 years. It turned out he had executive stress.
Really?
But when he moved here, he was really looking for a way to get out of the Industrial Revolution and was really following the arts and crafts movement, which was a return to nature, hand craftsmanship, and family time. And the mansion he built represents all of those.
Oh, well, all it takes is to look at this view and you can see why he lived so long after that. That's amazing.
It's spectacular. And actually, the favorite quote I have of Robert Moran's is, "There's no better place to regain health, physical, mental, and spiritual."
Tell me a little bit about the state park aspect of it here also. I know he was very interested in nature. So how did the state park come about?
Robert Moran was friends with John Muir, so he had a stewardship ethic, and he was really in love with the mountain and the area right here. And so he actually came to the governor of the state of Washington and wanted to donate the land for a state park. It was actually prior to the existence of the state park system, but his offer was what created the state park system. So, yeah, it's like the 4th oldest park system in the country.
All right, that's
and it's,
amazing.
Yeah, and it's due to his generous donation.
How can someone who's visiting, like me for example, take care of this place and make sure that it is preserved like this for future generations?
That's a great question. That's something that we discuss regularly with all the different public land managers out here. This place is special, but we've seen increased use over the years. And so we're at the threshold of reaching a point where we really need to do some work around the stewardship of these resources out here. So we encourage our visitors to use the leave no trace principles when they come. We also encourage folks to come out in the shoulder seasons when it's not quite as busy. But basically, we're looking at the potential for having to institute some management initiatives to control the number of people on the landscape.
We'll be right back in 60 seconds with much more to come from our trip around the San Juan Islands. Don't go anywhere.